state and local economies as well. It contributes $31.2 billion to Indiana's economy and is the 8th largest agricultural exporter in the nation. Last but not least, I am thrilled that we have added a strong voice for ag to our board of directors. Lindsay Sankey with Harvest Land Co-op, and well known for her article in the Western Wayne News, has recently joined our board of directors. I am so proud that we have launched this State of quarterly series in an effort to keep our members apprised of important work and where Wayne County stands on issues like workforce, community, and the growth of Wayne County. I'm excited that we're bringing back the legislative luncheon in order to provide a clear connection with elected officials and ensure that they are representing our local business community well. I am pleased that we are ensuring that each sector is served well by assessing the value our organization offers, whether a startup business, a small business, an expanding business, a mature organization, or a nonprofit. The Chamber will continue to represent you at the table around Wayne County via Main Street organizations, education, regional initiatives, and more. Lastly, we have prepared to launch some fantastic new member benefits, which Melissa will unveil in a few moments. We had a challenging 2020. There is no doubt about that. We took those challenges in stride, however, and have grown in many ways as a result. We all know that growth doesn't happen inside our comfort zone. It requires us to be challenged and pushed to our limits in order to see what we're capable of. Our chamber has come out of 2020 stronger than when we entered, and I am extremely proud of that. Our chamber is resilient, our members are resilient, and because of that, I know 2021 will be a great year. And with that, I will hand it over to Melissa.
Good morning. I have to tell you, I am so excited to look out and see people in person today. And we might be spread out, and this may not be our annual dinner that we normally have in January, but it feels so good to see you today. And for those of you that are joining us virtually, we're really happy that you're with us as well. So I just want to say thank you for coming out, and I'm so looking forward to this being the start of some kind of normal that we get to get back to. I want to thank Katie and Paul for their leadership and the leadership our board provides to our organization. The chamber would not be the chamber that it is without such a strong board that we have, and I so appreciate the work that you all do. I often get the question from people asking how in the world we accomplish so much with such a small staff. And the answer to that is simple. It's you, our members serving on committees, showing up to lend a hand, and your willingness to help share in our messaging across the community and outside of the community for that matter. While our staff is only 4 people strong, we have approximately 150 people serving on 6 committees, and that is where our true work takes place. Before I go on to talk about the committees, I want to give a shout out to that staff that I just mentioned though. Our director of membership and events is Roxy Deere, and she is back managing the Zoom today. So she's giving everyone a wave from behind the camera. She does a fabulous job of leading education initiatives in our young professionals. Lynette Davis is our new director of events, and she is responsible for pulling this first event together. So yes, let's give her a hand. She did a great job. And Daniel Arthur is our communications coordinator. He is the one behind the actual camera today, not the video camera, but the camera. And He is also doing a great job. I'm sure you get to see his emails come through regularly. So now you have a face with the name. So our committees focus on the 4 pillars that Katie mentioned, and they all center around this one statement that's right here in the middle, and that is that we exist to foster an attractive, welcoming community that is rich in enterprise and growing in population and prosperity. So I want to start with the work that falls under that pillar issue of advocacy and awareness. And the first committee for that is Buy Local. Oops, sorry about that. I'm trigger happy up here. Buy Local has been doing some really neat things under the leadership of Amy Dillon with Brewer Broadcasting, who is our chair of this committee, and working alongside Daniel. As Katie mentioned, they have been pushing forward the Love Local campaign already this year, and that's gained a lot of traction, and our small businesses and restaurants have really appreciated that. And they are continuing to work with our Main Street organizations around the county. This past year, we had Restaurant Week for the first time because we could not have our Taste of Wayne County as we typically do. And that was such a big hit that we've decided to bring it back this fall. So you will see Restaurant Week again, maybe even in a bigger and better way. And then, of course, Shop Small Saturday will continue to be a focus with this group, as is Buy Local Certified program. That Buy Local Certified program, if you're not familiar with it, is a way for businesses to check a few simple boxes and say, you know, we hire some local people, we source our supplies and services locally, and a few other easy check boxes. But if you can do those things and really commit to supporting our fellow chamber members and local economy, you will receive Buy Local certification and have a printed certificate that you can display, but also a decal you can put on your doors, windows, wherever you would like that to go, and digital marketing to go along with that. This is a really neat piece that has been launched by that committee. And if you're not Buy Local certified and you want to know more about that, be sure to reach out to Daniel and he can help you with that process. And as Paul mentioned, couch shopping was so much fun this past year. We had the best time, Katie, didn't we? It was a great time. So if you participated in couch shopping and actually purchased some really great things for yourself or your family and friends, we appreciate you doing that and supporting those small businesses in such an important time to keep their businesses strong. Our communities would not be the same without them. We have decided we're bringing that back again in 2021. So be assured we will have couch shopping again, and maybe even more than once. Stay tuned on that. Our Issues and Advocacy Committee is chaired by Jeff Carter of Bethany Seminary. He's with us today, right in the middle of the room. Hi, Jeff. Currently, there are 3 topics being addressed by this very thoughtful and well-connected group. The first is quality of place. How do we as a chamber form collaborations to improve the quality of our community, including the state of downtown Richmond, which I know is top of mind for many of us? And how are we supporting the Richmond Rising Plan? That is a topic that we plan to continue to discussing and continue to moving forward. We want to see meaningful change, and we are going to have that topic back at the table. If that's something that interests you, we welcome you to join us. Secondly, anti-racism. We know that this past year, this has been a topic that has arisen in a way that we haven't seen it arise in quite some time. But this is a topic that has been with us for decades and centuries. And at times it's been dormant, and at times it has not, but it is important for us to address it. We as a chamber are very neutral politically, but we know this has become a very political topic, and we do not intend to play into the politics that go along with that, but we know it's important that we make sure our businesses are operating ethically and in a way that doesn't give any biases in a negative way and negatively affect our community, negatively affect our businesses. So we are going to be moving forward with implicit bias training very soon. And we've already been working with our friend Carl Reinhardt, and he has prepared a list of minority-owned businesses that exist. Some are in brick and mortars, some are still working out of their homes, and we're going to be reaching out to them and just making sure they have the tools they need to succeed and inviting them to be a part of all of the things that we do. We want to make sure that they have a seat at the table if they want to be at the table. Next is improving our entranceways. If you come off of I-70 onto Chester Boulevard, you see a thriving business community. It's beautiful, it's wide, it's recently redone, and it really gives a great impression of what Wayne County is. But we know all of our entranceways don't look quite like that. For instance, if you exit on Williamsburg Pike onto Northwest 5th Street, you get a whole different vibe of what Wayne County is. We want to bring this topic to the table and identify ways that we can improve all of our entranceways so that that first impression is really powerfully positive. And we will be talking about this more in the coming year. Why are these three things important to the chamber? They're important because we need to attract and retain a quality workforce. And the best way to do that is to have an attractive, welcoming community to go along with the outstanding quality of activities our main streets, our parks departments, and our arts organizations provide so very well. Before moving on, I want to encourage you to take advantage of the legislative opportunities when they're offered. Paul mentioned this before, but we have made some excellent strides in relationships with the state and the federal level through our Indiana and US Chambers of Commerce. Our elected officials truly want to connect with you. This is a part of what we've witnessed this year like never before. There were times when we held a think tank conversation with you, our members, on Zoom with Senator Young or Congressman Pence, for example, and they turned around and within days passed legislation to address the issues that you presented. Now, I am sure that Wayne County was not the only community expressing those concerns in Washington, but your voice was heard. And it was really great to be heard and to have that opportunity. So I encourage you to take advantage of that. Under professional development and training, we first have HYPE, our outstanding young professional committee that is chaired by Mark Broker of Reed Health. He works with Roxy Deer, and they have these three focus areas that they're going to be looking at this year. First of all, social connections. HYPE has a history of outstanding leadership when it comes to social activities for young professionals, and that is not going to change. In fact, they are going to take over what we have traditionally known as Taste of Wayne County, and they are going to revamp it HYPE style and launch Flavor of Wayne County this year. In May, we already have the date set. We will be on top of the parking garage, bearing it positive weather. So pray for sunshine for that day, but it is going to be a whole lot of fun. We'll have live music. It's going to look a little different than your traditional Taste of Wayne County, but we're excited that they're going to lead that. All of us will be invited, regardless of whether or not we fall in that age group. And I will not say whether or not I do, but you can probably guess where that is. But we're going to have a lot of fun. The next piece for HYPE is professional development. It is extremely important that we provide opportunities for our young professionals to continue to grow and to learn and to become the leaders that we need them to be, so that when positions open up, they can move up the ladder. They're able to stay in Wayne County, and of course, retaining young professionals in Wayne County is what we all need to have longevity. So that's our sustainability plan, young professionals. And last, something that's very important to this age group specifically is community service opportunities. They are already identifying ways that they can serve our community well. They have had 2 sold out, I say sold out, not that you buy, but you buy with blood. They've had 2 sold out blood drives and done some great work there already. And they have some other neat things coming throughout the year, so stay tuned for more on that. Our Business and Education Committee is chaired by Lisa Dollar of Primex Plastics. They are all about bridging students from education into the workforce and ensuring that they have the necessary skills when they arrive. They will be developing the workforce through soft skill training and job fairs for graduating seniors. They will be increasing internship opportunities. If you, as a business leader, do not have internship opportunities, we highly encourage you to find out how to do this. There are specific things that you need to be aware of in order to set up an internship opportunity and have it be meaningful, and make sure that you are adhering to guidelines. However, it is a great way for you to help us retain talent in the community and to develop the talent that we're going to need to fill our workforce. So I highly encourage you to do that. And then in the fall, we are going to have our first one-day conference, the Chamber of Business Summit. This is going to be held at IU East. We will be bringing in a keynote speaker, and then we'll have breakout sessions. As a result of your feedback in wanting to have more professional development opportunities so that you can develop your pipeline, are you hearing a constant message throughout what we're saying today? This is a result of your feedback. We've heard what you've said, and we're trying to respond appropriately. So this conference in the fall is going to be outstanding. It's going to be a way that you can provide those opportunities at a time when you may not want to be sending people to travel to conferences across the country. We know that a lot of our businesses have stopped travel completely right now for obvious reasons. But even for those that haven't stopped travel, this is a great way for you to invest in some of your mid-level and up-and-coming leaders as well. In regard to networking and engagement, there is no one that does it better than our ACES committee. This year's chair is Pam Pearson from NATCO Credit Union, who is with us in the room somewhere. There she is. Hi, Pam. Pam does a great job of leading this group, and they have so much fun pulling together amazing things for you to do throughout the year, and this is no different. We will be doing this once again. Our annual dinner will be taking place in August. So that first Friday in August, we invite you to join us. We are making backup plans as to what ifs but we are saying a prayer that we do not have to rely on backup plans for the what ifs, but we are making those plans just in case you're wondering. We're really excited for the things that are to come this year. We will again have our Chamber Golf Classic, and I don't remember if I put these things up here. I did. We will once again have our Chamber Golf Classic in June. That will be the first Friday in June, right here at the beautiful Forest Hills Country Club. Last year, we were able to do this, and we had 40 teams come out. In July, we pushed it back a month, but we had 40 teams come out for 2 rounds, and it was such a great, beautiful day, fresh air, and we plan to do that again this year. Our Community Improvement Awards looked a little different this year. We still recognized those businesses that made improvements to the exterior of their properties, but we did it via a magazine that was mailed out to all of our members. And we will be doing that again this year, followed by a fun meet and greet opportunity to celebrate them. And then, of course, ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings. We have already had some of those. We have more planned, and we know that more things will be happening this year, and they do a great job of maintaining that. So thank you, Pam, and that group. Last but not least is benefits and support, which is championed by our member outreach committee. IU East Chancellor Kathy Gerton and Lee Elzemeyer co-lead this small but mighty committee. Ensuring our members are supported, making connections, etc. That is their entire focus. They reach out to our members. They want to make sure that if you have needs, your needs are being met. If there are connections that you need to have, they are helping you make those connections, and they're bringing that feedback back to our full board and our committees to respond. Then comes benefits. Benefits that really affect the bottom line for our members. This is something that is incredibly important to us. A couple years ago, Ivy Tech offered a significant discount to our members that needed to do continuing education for their employees or to tailor a specific type of training. And this opportunity still exists. And if you have a need, we encourage you to reach out to them. They will happily work with you on that. And again, having that discount by being a chamber member affects your bottom line. Office 360 came along right about the same time and said, we want to offer large purchasing power to our small businesses. And we're going to do it with next day delivery. So they are continuing to do this. They meet the needs of our businesses across the county by providing whatever it is you may need, office supplies, office furniture, what have you, and the discounts are phenomenal. So again, saving you and your bottom dollar. And this year, we are incredibly excited. I cannot tell you how excited I am for these next 2 pieces. These are things that our chamber has been working on, in part, have been working on for years. First of all, Lincoln Financial has agreed to partner with the Wayne County Area Chamber of Commerce and offer a collective group 401k plan. So this is what we call a MEAP plan, MEAP, and it is a plan that our members can be a part of by working with our local financial advisors and accessing the plan. It is not yet launched, but it is very close to launching. So don't call your financial planner and ask them yet. They do not have all the information they need to get you signed up yet. But our small members, many of do not have the funds to invest in Some are just a little apprehensive in regard to the liability of setting up a 401k, and they've been looking at utilizing other retirement opportunities, such as a simple IRA and some things like that. And those are good opportunities, but this is potentially better. And so I encourage you to take a look at it when the information comes out. It just might be something that will help you plan for your future and help you attract and retain those employees. We know often employees change jobs because of benefits in addition to salary. So I had these in the wrong order. I apologize. So that was Lincoln Financial. I kind of killed the surprise, didn't I? So the next piece is United Healthcare. About 2.5 years ago, we started exploring the opportunity of bringing a chamber health plan to you so that you could have better benefits at a lower cost, and again, drive down your costs and help increase your net revenue. There at that time was legislation that was going back and forth in Washington, being passed and then having to go through some legal loopholes and challenges over the last couple years, and then COVID hit. And all of that came to a screeching halt again. However, these last 6 months, we have kind of revisited this, and we have finally found a plan that we feel like is strong and we want to offer our members. This is a plan that we will be working with our local agencies to provide to you. So this is not anything that's going to circumvent your favorite insurance agent, some of which are in the room with us today and we love very much. These are things that they will be able to help you with, but it has great benefits and we're excited to roll out. So if you're an agency or a financial planner, be on the lookout for information. We will have specific informational sessions just for you to get all of the information you need to be able to serve your clients well. And if you're a small business and you feel like this is something that you might be interested in, be on the lookout. We will have specific information rolling out for you very soon. So I hope you're as excited about that as I am. We have been working very diligently to provide some of these things. And at this point, I want to go ahead and open it up to the room for questions. I will tell you that if you have questions about the Lincoln Financial or the United Healthcare piece, we are not prepared to answer a lot of that today because we don't have all those details in front of us, but we're more than happy to answer whatever questions you might have for us today. And Roxy, I know you're monitoring questions via the Zoom, and so when those come out, Lynette, just raise your hand and we'll check on you as well. Eric.
Melissa, how has your membership sustained itself in this past year? Or net decrease, increase, did we stay the same?
Good question. So our members always renew, as you know, in December. Those invoices go out, and usually it takes a couple months for the payments to come in for those renewals. So I don't have the final answer for you because some of those are still coming in. I will tell you, we have had a few drops, but very few in all honesty. And Roxy has been working with a lot of small businesses that have seen value in the work that the chamber has done this past year, especially helping navigate the PPP plans and a lot of the relief packages. And so they have come knocking and said, how can we be a part of the chamber? So for that reason, currently our numbers are up. When I looked at the numbers the other day, we currently have 522 active members.
how many members we had last month? Was it 12?
Yes, last month alone. Good job, Roxy. Last month alone, we had 12 new members. So excited about that. I cannot, in my entire time with the chamber for the last 5.5 years, we've never had a month with 12 new members. So we're very excited about that. And if you are one of our new members, welcome to the chamber. What else? Yes,
So,
Paul?
Melissa, what committees are currently needing support right now? If someone's looking to join.
I would say as far as committees, the question was what committees are needing additional support if someone was looking to join a committee. Our smallest committee is our member outreach committee. And with the work that is taking place in regard to reaching out to the minority business owners, as well as the work that it's going to take to communicate these new benefits that we just mentioned, I would say that that committee could certainly use some additional support and volunteers. So if that's something you're interested in, we would very much welcome you to the table. That said, I was sharing this earlier. We really try to say to people, if you want to be involved, we have 6 committees and they look and feel totally different because they address different things. Find something you're passionate about. Whichever one of those excites you, that's where we want you to be at the table because you're going to be valuable there. Other questions? Yes, Eric.
Listen, if you had to pick one top challenge that you see the chamber's gonna have going into 21, what would you say that is?
So for those of you that are on Zoom or may not have heard the question, it was what would be the top challenge that we anticipate our members dealing with this year? In all honesty, my feeling is that the next 3 to 6 months are going to continue to be challenging for our small businesses and restaurants. Even though we are starting to open up and we are in person, there's still apprehension to go into those places and support them. I feel like our hotels are starting to come back. I hope we have some representatives with our hotels here today. I hope that those start to come back, but the small businesses, these next 3 to 6 months are really going to be telling whether or not they can survive. I'm very thankful that there's an application, and you probably saw in the paper yesterday, there's an application that's being submitted to Okra on behalf of Wayne County to help support small businesses with another relief package of $250,000. And should that come in, that will be additional help. But I am concerned that we're going to lose some of our small businesses. Yes.
Yeah, I'm particularly interested in, we rent office space downtown and the building is not being well maintained. But particularly worried about absentee and negligent landlords in the downtown area. I think you touched on that just a little bit. Is there some kind of working group or next step in that area?
Yes, so Jeff Carter is right here with us and he's leading the discussions on that. We actually had a meeting this week with our Issues and Advocacy Committee and invited Mayor Snow to come and talk about the PLACE program that he is pulling together. They will be looking to purchase and white box properties and then put them back out, offer them to entrepreneurs to fill that space. Our intent is that we support that effort, but we also look for ways to maybe maximize that effort. So I don't have more details for you in that regard, but I think that it would be great to have your input since you are on Main Street. It'd be great to have your input in that conversation. Other questions? Okay. Well, I want to say again how much I appreciate you, your membership, your commitment to Wayne County, your commitment to your workforce. We've seen great things happening across Wayne County this year, and we're just excited about the great things that are yet to come for Wayne County. If you ever have a need, I want to encourage you to reach out to myself or any of our board members. We want to be here for you. We want to support you in the work that you're doing and help ensure longevity for your organizations. We will be looking for you to join us again for the next State of the Chamber that's coming up on April 30th, and that will be State of the Workforce. Stay tuned for the topics specifically and the speakers or panelists that we'll have with us. Those are going to be coming soon, but go ahead and mark that on your calendar, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day, everyone.